The Mobius Power 2620 from Power to Spare is officially the Average Joe special because it's cheap, just like me. Alright, Terry over at Power to Spare sent me 4 of these Mobius power packs. They're 2620s, I think that's the model number of them. Anyway, these are gonna be an Average Joe special while supplies last. Let me get the price because I already forgot. $66.68 for 4 of them. However, if you use the discount code BOOM with the exclamation point, it ends up being $60.02. That's pretty much $15 a pack. Now your next question is, are they worth it? I have no clue. We're gonna find out. But I will tell you, it might be worth it for just the case because I'm a hoarder and I like the case. And if you've watched any of my other Power to Spare battery videos, you know exactly what's going to happen. We're going to rip these suckers apart, check the voltage of course, and then throw them in every single charger I have. And what I'm going to be doing with these, I am going to put inside an Excel sheet and then show you averages and stuff. And taking these things apart looks pretty darn easy. So the first thing we're going to do is rip off the heat shrink. Second thing we're going to do is cut all the little tiny wires off on both sides, the positive and negative, and all the balance wires. Then we're going to take a Phillips head screwdriver with a cattail, pull off these 2 screws and remove the BMS. After that, we're going to rip off the nickel strip, and then once all the nickel strip is removed, there are 2 T20 Torx bits holding the case together. One right in here and one kind of right behind the wires right here. You'll see here in just a few minutes. So me and Horace are going to open these up. Let's get to it. All right, so voltage check first. 10.14, 11.39, 10.89, and 11.01. And I just went ahead and marked each pack as 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is clip off all the battery terminals plus the BMS wires on both sides. And then, like I said, pull out the 2 screws right up here on the top, and then the BMS will come off along with the wires, and then we can get off the nickel strip. Now the battery is safely disconnected from the BMS, and these screws are a number 1. They're kind of smaller and pointier. Alright, you got to be extra careful ripping off this nickel strip. So if you start peeling off this one right here and it folds over to this side and touches a cattail, you're going to be sorry. Cover this up with tape because I don't want anything to happen. So I'm just going to cover that real quick so we don't have any accidents. Alright, so that's what I did, is just covered up that side real quick. So I'm going to pull off this strip right here. Boom, done. So what I'm going to do now is take the tape off from this side and then transfer it over to there, because again, we don't want this nickel strip to go over to that side because it'll short out from this side. Alright? Now be careful running your finger down there because you will most likely stick yourself, which I already did on the other pack. Yeah, always wear gloves. Alright, your T20. And then give it a little shake. you're done. And it's that easy. These packs come apart super fast. These are probably the easiest packs I've ever had to open. So the next thing I'm gonna do real quick is get rid of all the little stabby tabs left over on the tops and bottoms, and then we're gonna check the voltage. .67. All of these cells were 3.67. I don't know any other way to do this. And that wasn't right. I messed up again. How many was that? 27. I'm also keeping these all separated from each pack. I'm gonna put a number 4 on this since this was pack 4 and put it in the spreadsheet so you guys can see, I guess, the differences between all 4 packs. Oh crap, I dropped some. I hope I didn't lose any or dent any. That's what happens, I dent them when I do that. Hopefully I got them all. Let me try that again. Alright, so that first battery pack that we opened up, the batteries have been on their charger for, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. And I've been told that these gray Panasonic 18650s like to heat up, especially above maybe 4.15 volts, or they just like to heat up. So we're going to take the little Seek thermal camera, plug it into the old phone right here, and we're going to check on the temperatures. All right, here we go. So the first charger you're looking at right here is the Sky RC, and it looks like the hottest spots are in between the cells for around 85, 86 degrees. These two chargers right here, the left one is the Zanflare, the right is the Lido Kala, and those don't look to be too bad. The next two over are Fox Novos, just the angle here. And it still looks like it's in between the cells that are the hot spots. I'm gonna stick my hand in there. They're warm to the touch, but they're not bad at all. These right here, those are cooler. Try to cover that up so we can get a good temperature here. Yeah, in between the cells are warm. Alright, so we're going to go down to the next two Fox Novos. Same thing, it looks pretty warm in between the cells. I'm going to stick my hand on there. My fingers are on the cells, so it's really not, they're warm, but that's it. Same for these. They're about the same temperature. This is the Opus. I'm going to stick my fingers on there. My fingers are hotter than the cells, so those ones are probably almost full charged. Alright, down here is the X-Tar Dragon, and I'm sticking my fingers on there. Yeah, those are not warm at all either. So I'll keep an eye on these, and I will keep you posted. And there you go. Let's open up these other two packs, shall we? Guess what? We have one left to open. Is that gonna work? Does that spot look okay? Maybe go this way a little bit so you can see my beautiful face. Alright, we're gonna time myself. Since the last one I could just rip off the nickel strip, I'm gonna see if this one does it again. So let me find my timer. Ready? I still have to put gloves on. Ready, go. Stop. All right, so from being torn apart to in the bin over there, ready to capacity check, took me 8 minutes and 4 seconds. I mean, I probably could have gone faster, but I would have dropped some cells. All right, so I will be back as soon as the capacity testing has completed.
2,000 years later.
All right, all cells are capacity checked and entered into a spreadsheet, and I'm gonna try to do my best to explain this to you, so here we go. All right, I'm gonna try to explain this as best as I can, and I tried to lay it out so it's easy to read. All right, so how this is laid out is pack 1 is right here, and everything down below that is pack 1. Pack 2, pack 3, and of course, over here, pack 4. First thing we have here is the pack voltage, so 10.14, and every cell inside was 3.38 volts. All right, so each pack, voltage and cell voltage, just like pack 1. The next section down here is all the chargers that I used and which discharge capacity I used as well. So for these first 4 right here, I used a 1 amp discharge and charge. And of course the Lido Kala and Zanflare, they only do 0.5 amps, so that's what I have those listed at. And I pretty much opened pack 1 first, so I just started filling in all the chargers, and this is kind of how it ended up. I didn't have enough to go into the Lido Kala or the Zanflare. And again, each pack is pretty much the same. Whenever a spot opened up, I just threw in the next cell. And these are all the results from all of those tests. All right, and the next area down here, my lowest cell was 2485 milliamp hours, and the highest was 2704 milliamp hours. And the average of all of those cells up above is 2553 milliamp hours. And what that equals to is 88.03% life left. Pretty much pack 2 was my worst pack that I had. Even though it started out pretty good at 11.39 volts, all the cells were 3.79 volts, and here's all the results from those tests. However, all of those were just pretty much junk. The lowest was 642 milliamp hours, and the highest was 2104 milliamp hours. The average was 1511, which is not good. That's only like a 52% life left. That's junk. All right, pretty much the same thing for 3 and 4. I'm just gonna go for the highest and lowest is 2395, 2698. Average of all that is 2539, and then the life left is 87.55%. Pack 4, the lowest was 2459, highest was 2786. Average of all those was 2571, and the life left with those is 88.66. Now this little spot over here that's kind of left all by itself, I wasn't quite sure how everybody would want to see all the averages, so there's 2 different averages here. The average of the average, and that is 2128, and that average is these 4 numbers right here. I don't know, I just thought I would include that. I'm not exactly sure why, but I did. And that equals out to be 73.38% for all 4 packs combined. However, if you wanted to see all cells, the average of all cells was 2293, and that kind of roughly relates to 79.07% life left, which I don't think is too bad. And then since pack 2 was the worst pack of them all, I decided to check all of those again using the exact same charger. However, I lowered all the current down to a half of an amp, so 0.5 amps. I just carried all of these first numbers, test 1, I carried those down from up above, and then I had the results in the second slot right here for test 2. And the red and green is just which one ended up being higher or lower. Most of them did improve, but they really didn't prove very much. I would say probably the best one was this one right here, 1999 to 2139, but there really wasn't much of an improvement. And down here I've got a Lido and Zanflare kind of mix. The first test was on the Lido Kala, and since these 4 cells were already in the Lido Kala, I didn't really want to wait, so I just threw them in the Zanflare, and these are the results from the second test. So alright, so there you go. There are all of my test results for one test only. This one is the second test right here. I will probably do a second test and possibly a third for pack 1, 3, and 4. And if I do that, I will update this spreadsheet. And if anybody else is interested in this spreadsheet, I will most likely have a link in the description, just in case you do end up getting some of these packs and want to compare, you can. again. Alright, so that is pretty much all of my results. Hopefully that was not too confusing. I guess if I did all that wrong or if it was really confusing, you can call me out in the comment section. However, if it was okay, that was my first time, you can put that in the comment section as well. So anyway, I pretty much just did one test on all cells except for my pack 2 that I made pack 2. All of those kind of were just junk batteries. There might be like 1 or 2 in there that are okay, but the rest are junk. The other 3 packs I thought did pretty good. They all were what, like, I don't even remember the averages now. They weren't too bad at all. So that brings it full circle around to that very first question. Are these packs worth it? I'm gonna say yes. I mean, not only do you get 108 cells, you get these awesome battery cases. I mean, look at these things. I don't know, I'm really excited about these, apparently. I don't know what I'm gonna put in them yet, but I think it's kind of worth it because, well, I like batteries and I'm gonna be using them in my Powerwall. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think it's worth it? 60 bucks, $15 a piece for those? Oh, that's only if you use my discount code BOOM! Then it's $15 a piece. Otherwise, it's like a few dollars more. Anyway, I think it's worth it. I'm probably gonna have to put in an order for a couple before all of you guys do. I kind of think I'm gonna have to buy a few more just because the damn case. I mean, okay, I'm putting the case back. Anyway, I think it's worth it. What do you guys think? If you are interested in the Average Joe special packs, which apparently has Peter's favorite cells in it, make sure you head over to Power to Spare and don't forget to enter in the discount code BOOM with the exclamation point at checkout and you'll get 10% off. All right, that's pretty much all I got. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Did you see that? I got like a blood spot on my eye. Lauren told me about it earlier. She was like, what's wrong with your eye? You know what my response was? What do you mean? All right, I'm just kidding. I'll see you on the next one. Guess what Average Joe sent me? Me, I sent myself these. All right, Terry over at Power to Spare sent me 4 of these Power battery packs. Is that even worth it, you ask? Am I recording? Yes, I am. And yeah, and is obviously we'll check the pack voltage. Obviously we're gonna check the pack voltage. Horace, come on, you gonna help me or what? You gonna help me? You gonna help me get the rest of these open or what, dude? Or get out of the way? Ugh. All right, let's do this. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Out of the way. Pick a spot. How about in the chair? Yeah, right over there. Hey, come on. I gotta do this. I seriously have no time. Come on. You gonna stay there? Thank you. I forgot to check the pack voltage before I started. I'm gonna blame it on Horace. Those 3 cells are 3.67, so I'm gonna do that times 3, which is 11.01. Actually, do I have those? Oh, I do have the pack voltage. Never mind, I was just kidding. You gotta keep them separated.
Stepping tabs.
I hope I was recording that entire time. I'm gonna have to check, which I'll do right now. Camera battery died. I had to change it real quick, but I did stop the timer 5 minutes and 17 seconds, so I'm gonna continue, resume. Forgot what I was gonna say.